So with the latest set of Battles of Legend and Relentless Revenge, we got a couple new support cards for the Rocket deck. We got Boral Guard Dragon, Topologic Gumblar Dragon, and other such sorts as that, as we will view in the Rocket deck profile that we have today. And, well, obviously I'm bringing out the set because we're actually going to be doing a deck profile on Rockets. And you guys know that Rockets is probably a big, not hit on the channel, but it's pretty big enough that I get comments and I get likes and dislikes and a lot of suggestions on it. And I'm still open to suggestions about this deck, don't get me wrong. Even the deck that I'm playing right now isn't final. This deck will never be finalized, at least until after Cybernetic Horizon or even further on. At least a deck that I will be happy with, because right now I'm happy with it, but I'm also not happy with it because we don't have all the Rocket support. But let's get right into the deck profile. We both have, you know, the extra deck and the main deck, so let's get right into it. We play triple Magna Rocket Dragon, and if you guys should all know that the Rockets all have non-targeting removal effects, or at least most of them do. And whenever they're destroyed, they float during the end phase and special summon a different rocket from the different name from the deck. This one is Magna Rocket. He sends a monster from the field to the graveyard on your opponent's side. So it doesn't destroy, it's non-targeting, and it just sends it to the graveyard. So it's not that bad. It's probably one of the best rockets in the deck. I went back to 3 Aesthetic Rocket Dragon. This is pretty much a walking effect veiler. It's really, really good. I've seen to that, at least in my locals, that I've needed at least 3 of these to at least keep floating into them to be able to negate more effects. So playing 1 was probably more of a mistake when I used to, but playing 3 now, I'm really happy with it. And then we play 2 Auto Rocket. Auto Rocket isn't as used as much as you would think because it is trap and spell removal, but it doesn't come up as much. Actually, a lot of the times I use it to go into a Boral monster because it's just not as useful as it usually used to be. Kind of the same with the Metal Rocket and Shell Rocket. I only play two of these and 1 of this, so basically 3. Sometimes I find I need more, sometimes I find I need less, so it's kind of just like I'm at a very big stalemate with the Rocket deck, with how many Rockets I should be playing and how many special summons I need. So that's why I'm open to pretty much a lot of suggestions. This one blows up the whole row, the whole column, all in front of it, and then Shell Rocket can blow up a monster and then destroy the 2 adjacent to it. So those are the Rocket monsters. I've gone over these very much. We've all seen the deck profiles that I've put. I've been waiting to upload a video because I was waiting for cards to come in, and that's why we waited so long for this deck profile. I'm sorry that it took forever, but I needed the cards, or one of the cards at least, but I need them to continue this. I play triple Gateway Dragon now. I just need more special summoning techniques out of my hand, and playing Goplinberg for dragons is just perfect. I don't play Goplinberg because Goplinberg is probably the only card that you use in Gokis a lot. I don't play Gokis, you know, it's not a dragon archetype. I play a lot of dragon archetypes, so Gateway Dragon. I've been thinking of delving into Light Sworn because of Judgment Dragon, just making Judgment Dragon Turbo, but that's neither here nor there. I play 1 Hibernation Dragon. Hibernation Dragon is a new card that came out of Battles of Legend Relentless Revenge. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a level 4 or lower Dark Dragon type monster from your graveyard to your hand. And then whenever this card is in the graveyard and you control no link monsters, it has to be no link monsters. You can control monsters, just no link monsters. You can special summon a Dark Dragon type link monster from your graveyard. So this can revive back your Boral monsters, your, I believe, Triple Burst Dragon, Twin Triangle Dragon, and other sorts as we get more and more support as we go on. So it's a pretty good one of. I like it. I generally summon it off of Summon Sorceress because when I set up I need another monster, so I special summon the monster right next to Summon Sorceress. Activate Summon Sorceress effect, special summon Hibernation Dragon, and special summon a Boral Dragon, so just in case I lose that Boral, I can always bring it back with Hibernation Dragon. Then we play another Gateway Dragon, pretty much. It's Background Dragon. It's a level 6, so it works well with Twin Triangle Dragon. I played 2 Dragon Shrine and a Foolish Burial for this, and somebody asked me in my other deck profile why I don't play Dragon... Oh, I can't remember his name now. Wow. It's that level 4 dragon that activates on destruction when I played it. When I played in the first deck profile. I don't play him anymore because Hibernation Dragon is just technically better because it can bring back a Boral monster. Even though it doesn't activate, it doesn't come back when a rocket effect is activated. I just find that this and Hibernation Dragon are better for our foolish targets. And then of course the one Red Med because it is a dragon deck. You can't play a dragon deck without Red Med unless it's Blue Eyes. Then you can play it. Speaking of Red Med, spoilers, I've been actually fixing the Red Eyes deck that I have a lot, so be looking forward out to a Red Eyes deck profile again. I know I said I wasn't going to play this, but triple Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm and 1 Supreme King Gate 0. And I know what you're thinking. I'm selling out, and I'm playing the combo that goes into Dark Worm, that goes into Destrudo, that goes into Tomahawk, that goes into Odd Eyes, Meteor Burst Dragon, and goes into Tomahawk, that goes into Warlord plus a... Oh, what's that card? Proxy Dragon. While your suspicions should be correct, that is not at all what's happening. This is the only combo pieces I play for this. Destrudo is completely out of the deck. There's no Destrudo. And the reason for that is that it a lot intertwined with Soul Charge. Well, I could open up a Supreme King Dark Worm, put this in the Pendulum Zone, put this, search out 0 with Dark Worm and place it in my other Pendulum Zone, pendulum out 4 monsters, because a lot of times I open 4 Rockets or 4 Dark Dragons and a Supreme King Dark Worm, and I can automatically make a Borreload or a Beauregard Dragon just off of just Dark Worm and having a couple other monsters in my hand. A lot of times I'll get Instant Fusion or Quick Launch in my hand, and I can just special summon it and then just have Dark Worm activated off. Because Dark Worm's effect states that if you can Pendulum Summon still, but it has to be all Dark monsters. Or you can only special summon Dark monsters after you Pendulum Summon with him. And I have all the Crispy Secret Rares because he deserved that hollow. But this deck just... It makes this deck a little bit more consistent in making the Boral monsters. Even though Dark Destrudo, don't get me wrong, Destrudo will make this more and more consistent. But I found it very inconvenient for how I play. And for... I know that this game isn't all about life points as it used to be, but I just found it very inconsistent for me because a lot of the times I'll be activating Soul Charge in course with Destrudo. And that means I can't make another Boral monster. So... that's my reasoning for it. If you guys think that's stupid, that's fine. You can take out some cards, add some cards, add Destrudo in, and some other cards like Dragon Ravine. But that's just how I like to play with it. Everybody has their own preference. And then I play the one Grinder Golem because we have it. I can bounce it back with a Cossack. I own a Cossack, so I can bounce it back. I could always bounce it back with a Firewall, but I don't have Firewall. It's the only Dragon I don't have, but Grinder Golem creates 2 tokens, bounce it back with a Cossack, and you already have a Link too, so go into your place. Okay, now we're on to our spells. I would play triple Quick Launch. These can special summon a rocket straight from your deck. Really self-explanatory. This is one of the best cards in the deck, along with, well, Boot Sector Launch. The thing about Boot Sector Launch is that I find it very inconsistent. And the reason for that is that I don't play Terraforming in this deck because I'd always do this. I draw 2 of it in my opening hand. I never draw 1 of it. And when I want to see it, I never see it. So I'm very torn on having it at 2, or having it at 3, having it at 1, JK, either 2 or 3. Because I always open 2 of it, but then when I don't open 2 of it, it's like, where is it? You know what I'm saying? So if you guys think I should bump this down to 2, bump it down to 1, let me know, because I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. So Boot Sector Launch, special summon, well, what it does is that it special summons 2 rockets from your hand with different names, and you could also special summon rockets with different names from your graveyard equal to the amount of monsters your opponent controls. Then I'll play double squib draw, destroy a rocket on the field, draw 2 cards. OPT, so once per turn. Usually I'll activate this on my opponent's turn, so that way I get kind of a +1 out of it, because then I can special summon a monster back and get my next draw in my draw phase. So it's not really a +1, but it's just, I like it. It's a good card. Double Dragon Shrine and a Foolish Burial to get into Background Dragon, Hibernation Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, all those kind of dragons. So I like these cards. This card is really good. It's really good. It makes it so that way I have 6 Gateway Dragons instead of just 3, pretty much. Double Allure. When I was playing with the Destrudo and Darkworm engine, I wasn't finding Destrudo and Darkworm and Dragon Ravine as much as I wanted it to. So I put in the allure so that way I could find it to make board load faster. And I didn't. And when I took out Destrudo, I never took out the allures, and I've been kind of sticking with the allures, and I've been liking them a lot more. So, double Allure Darkness. For our revival spells, we play 1 Monster Reborn, that Crispy Secret from the pack opening. If you guys didn't watch that pack opening, it's right somewhere. But Monster Reborn, you guys know what it all does. So, Instant Fusion. I play this because I do have an Instant Fusion target in the deck. It's actually very convenient, and actually kind of works well with the deck, I'm not gonna lie. So we'll get into that when we get there. I'm not gonna spoil it. No spoilers now. And then 1 Skill Charge, because Skill Charge is, it can make multiple Boral monsters, so it's pretty good. And then double TT. This isn't really a spicy tech. A lot of people play TT, so it's because it destroys all the monsters. And then if you destroy a Borload, Borguard, it doesn't run. Well, Borguard can't be destroyed by card effects. Never mind. Disregard the Borguard effect, or disregard me saying Borguard. But if you destroy Borload and you have Hibernation Dragon, when you play Torrential Tribute, yeah, Tribute. When you play Torrential Tribute, you special summon Hibernation Dragon, or special summon Borload by banishing Hibernation Dragon back from your graveyard, and then you can continue your plays from there. So that's the main deck, 40 cards, nothing too special. It's just really different compared to, I watch a lot of deck profiles, or at least replays, they're mostly just replays nowadays, on YouTube, so not everything is just an original idea, even though Instant Fusion kind of is. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Getting on to our extra deck, we play the 1 Borload Dragon that I still have. Borload Dragon kinda makes this deck really overpowered. You guys know that it can be targeted and it can target a monster by lowering its attack and defense by 500. And it does one other thing. When this attacks, you can basically snatch steal. So pretty good. I love this card to death. It's my basically the whole reason behind this deck, and now someday I'll tell a story behind of how I came around to building rockets and having a Borload. So we'll get around to that someday. Borguard. Wow. Okay. Borguard Dragon has finally been released, and I was really scared about this card getting released. Do you know why? Okay, let me explain why. Because I didn't know when it was going to come out. It came out on the 20th anniversary pack for Japan. That scared me a lot because I had no idea when we were going to get the 20th anniversary pack. But as the Legend of Relentless Revenge comes around and the leak comes out with the list, and Borguard Dragon is sitting right up there. So, yeah. And also pay attention because I think Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to upload a video strictly talking about Borguard Dragon. You guys are going to hate me for the title, but Borguard Dragon. So basically, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects, which I've said before. This card can switch a monster to face-up defense position, and that is really crucial because Boral Sword Dragon just switches a monster from defense position, switches a monster to defense position. Borguard switches it to face-up defense position. Why is that weird? I don't know, it's just weird. Also, you can send a card from your back row to the graveyard, special summon a monster that's been destroyed this turn. And his arrows aren't half bad either, so there you go, Beauregard Dragon. And then also the original stuff, we always play Topologic. You know, when some special summon to a zone that it points to, it destroys all the main monster zones. And this card has Elemental Hero, it has a Flame Wing Man effect, so. Summon Sorcerers, it can make board load really easy in this deck, especially when the Dragon Link monster comes out, the Erratic Dragon Link monster. It becomes even better. Summon Sorcerers can also special summon Hibernation Dragon and go into a Link 4 to make board load or board guard and have protection for it. Triple Burst, in case you can't go into Summon Sorceress or you can't go into board load, this is a really good secondary. It's 2400 attack though, which is kind of weak, but it can negate a spell, trap, or monster effect during the battle phase, well, during the damage step, and it can destroy itself to special summon a Link 2 from your graveyard and a Dark Dragon type monster from your hand. So, Tri-Gate Wizard, it's kind of just in there because I have the room now, not gonna lie. Twin Triangle Dragon. Twin Triangle Dragon can extend your plays by special summoning that background dragon, that's Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon, and it can go into Summon Sorceress pretty easily by paying 500 life points. That's all it is. It's a MR for those monsters, but their effects are negated, which kind of sucks. Still double on our Clock Taker because it's still the only targeting Link 2 we have. Because we don't have, oh my god, don't even get me started on that card. We don't have, not Reloader Dragon. Reloader Dragon's kind of an underrated rocket card. It's the Booster Dragon. We are getting mini Boral Dragon in Cybernetic Horizon, which is kind of confirmed. Which I don't care about because it's not Booster Dragon. But if we get Booster Dragon, I'll be the first to let you guys know. So subscribe for that. Throwing myself out there. Wow. How sad. That's a low point in my life. Proxy Dragon, because Proxy Dragon is still a good Link 2. It also destroys the monster it points to, so it can destroy a rocket, and the rocket can replace itself at the end phase. And then our Grinder Golem package, a Cosmic Magician, and 2 Link Spiders. Special summon the 2 Link Spiders off the tokens that Grinder Golem summons, and special summon the Cosmic Magician, and the Cosmic Magician bounces anything it points to back, so you bounce the Grinder Golem back to your hand, and then you have either another Link 2 if you can get rid of the Grinder Golem, you can go into another Link 2 to go into a Link 4, or, you know, whatever. And then for our XEs, we still play the Bagusa, we play the Ultra Rare one from Battles of Legend Relentless Revenge. Check out that pack opening, because I did get that, throwing myself out there a little bit more. And for our Instant Fusion target, we actually play Dark Fire Dragon. So I'm going to talk about this card a little bit. This is from LOB. This is how old this card is. It's a level 4 Dark Dragon type monster, which gives it so much synergy with this deck. It helps with special summoning Twin Triangle Dragon. It helps with a lot of... It can kind of help with the restriction of Dark Worm, because you can only special summon Darks. He is a Dark monster. You can also kind of add it to your hand with Hibernation Dragon, but that kind of insinuates that you're playing 2 Instant Fusions, and I'm kind of iffy on that. I don't know if I want to play 2 Instant Fusions or just the 1 for Darkfire Dragon, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoy Darkfire Dragon, and it's LOB, which makes me really happy, because LOB is one of my favorite sets, obviously, because Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, the mats I'm doing this deck profile on is Blue Eyes White Dragon. But yeah, guys, that was the deck profile for Board for the Rockets. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Video coming soon on Beauregard, I promise. I know it's been a week since it's been over a week since I've uploaded, but that's because I was specifically waiting for Beauregard Dragon. And most of my video ideas were on Beauregard Dragon, even though I probably could have just done it with a picture on my phone or something. I wanted to wait for the actual card. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Pretty soon we'll be seeing maybe a mock duel. Not a mock duel, but just a duel. My friend was like, hey, you should do some duels, and I said, alright, let's set it up, and he's like, okay. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Brandon, don't watch this so you know what the deck is, and yeah, talk to you guys later.